how like I gain trust with her and she gains trust with me. Like I don't always have to, like, when I grab that lead and put the halter on her, I'm always gonna want to have confidence in with her and trust into her, and then she's gonna start having trust into me. So if I do this, she normally doesn't used to do this with me, but since I'm with her, she has trust with me because I talk to her into doing it. So down here we do our obstacles. This is where we train for our shows. We normally have shows for around like 3 to 4 times a year. I normally go to 3 of those shows, but these are like, so that was the ramp up, step down. That's at normally all the shows. These are the obstacles. No, this is the backup. The backup is also needing a lot of trust in your animal, because in shows you're not supposed to touch your animal. So what you do, you just go in front of your animal and you just use the lead to back them up, and you just keep walking.
I'm just really proud of him for never giving up. He's had his great shows, he's had his not so great shows, and it's easy for, I think, kids to get discouraged by that sometimes, but he comes back every single time, he gets right back into it. The thing about these alpacas too is they don't always get the same ones for every show, so a lot of times, sometimes an alpaca can pass away or they're sold and they're back starting at rock bottom again, training either a baby alpaca or a brand new alpaca. So it's a lot of repetition, but David always loves it. He always does really well. We go to 4 shows on average a year, so there's a chance you're training 4 different alpacas for 4 different shows.
David is persistent. He's good, like his mom said. He winds up getting a couple animals swapped out because as a farm, and this is part of our business, we also have an accounting practice and a financial practice, but the alpacas is another one of our businesses. So the kids, when they come in through the 4-H club, they get assigned an animal, and they learn that animal could be sold through the year because that's part of the agricultural industry. We need to sell the animals so we can support the farm. The kids come in, David comes in, and like I said, he's persistent in his training. He's confident in himself. Like his mom said, he's a jokester. I bust with him too, so we have a good time, but David's probably had the most switched out animals because every time we give him one, we wind up selling it.
Actually, just mind my own business on one day. I think it was like during the summer. I was just my mom was like, "Hey David, want to go to this alpaca farm? They have this fall festival. They have pumpkins and they have like bowling, pumpkin bowlings and all that stuff there." And I'm like, "Sure, why not?" And they were acting. So we got here, cool place, alpacas. And when we were, we saw a table in front of the fence. So we walked over to the table and we're like, "Oh, what's this?" And he was like, "Oh, this is a 4-H club. You can join up. You can sign up for 4-H here." And like, my mom was like, "David, want to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't see why not." I love spending the time with the alpacas. And I love putting all my hard work into the alpacas and dedicating my time into them. Also love bonding with all the alpacas and spending time with them, especially this one. I've showed about 3 alpacas over the years, and I've been in 4-H for about 4.5 years. This is like my 4th time showing her. Ever since I had her the first time, it was just the best time ever. It was awesome. Whatever alpaca you get, you have to work with that alpaca and you have to dedicate your time. And some people, you will love that alpaca in the end. Trust me, you will love the alpaca in the end.
The whole 4-H program is really teaching kids about agriculture. It's like if you ask some kids, where does your milk come from? They'll say, "Oh, the grocery store." Where do eggs come from? "Oh, the grocery store." you know, but it gives kids the opportunity to really understand what agricultural is about, whether it's the alpacas, whether it's beef, pigs, chickens, and 4-H has so many things. They've got gardening, all those things, but it's just nice to watch the kids grow as they stay in the club. You know, they come in as youngsters, and we've had numerous kids age out at 18 years old for 4-H, because it's 8 to 18. But it's nice to know that you've got a part to put into them, and hopefully they take some of that stuff through life and learn from it and can pass that on.
College, I'm thinking to go to college, but not to have any of the animals. I'm actually thinking to be either first responder of some sort, or I've been looking to being an actor, like in movies or TVs and all that. That's kind of what I'm looking at as my career right now.